Sundown Gardens is going to have another Grow the Largest Tomato contest this year. It starts around Mother's Day and then will end in the middle of August. So now's the right time for you to plant your tomatoes and enter this year's contest. There are two basic types of tomatoes, the determinate tomato and the indeterminate tomato. A determinate tomato only grows 2 to 3 feet tall. It bears fruit all at once, and all the tomatoes ripen all together at the same time. That's the kind of tomato you would plant if you want to preserve tomatoes, if you want to can them or freeze them, because they're all going to be red and ripe at the same time. The other type of tomato is called indeterminate. From the minute you plant it, it starts growing, and it keeps growing all season long, all the way until the frost. During that time, the tomatoes are ripening constantly, so you have picking and eating tomatoes all summer long. In order to grow the largest tomato, so that you hopefully win the contest this year, here are a couple of tips for planting and caring for your tomatoes throughout the season. When you plant this tomato, I want you to plant it deep. I want you to tear off all these stems here, just like this, won't hurt the plant one bit. Tear them all off, and you're going to plant this tomato that deep in the ground. In fact, you might want to build a trench and lay it on its side and then gently turn the rest of the plant up at the surface, because a tomato will grow roots all along that stem. And the more roots you have, the bigger, healthier the plant will be, the better your chances of growing a really large tomato. The other thing, of course, is you're going to have to fertilize it regularly. When you plant it, spread some granular tomato food around the base of the plant, and then about every week go out and use a weak water-soluble fertilizer to water it. Both of those you can get here at Sundown Gardens. As this plant grows, you're going to select one tomato on that plant that seems to be the healthiest and the fastest growing tomato. And then all the tomatoes below that one you've selected, I want you to take off the plant. That will force the plant to send all its energy to that one tomato that you've selected, and that will result in it being the largest tomato in the plant, and hopefully the winner in the contest. Sundown Gardens has an extensive collection of tomatoes and all the supplies you need to grow an award-winning tomato.